Come take a look through the orange lens, my friends. Use the force, folks. Positive mental attitude. But it's balance, right? It's not fake it till you make it. It's grow until you flow. You know how we do. So, happy Sunday to you all. Hope you're doing well. I thought I might just play you a little snippet. Why is it all so serious? My man gets so serious. I've got fun and delirious. I've got rhymes in the booty shake, I've got rhymes in the mind that make a saviour. I ain't here to save you, got lost in the tunnel of my own behaviour. Stick 2 fingers up to the head, I was born to say, see ya. That, my friends, is a new song. I've just literally, I ran a master over it this morning, mixed it yesterday, went up to my partner's studio and run it through that system to see what it sounded like. We were both happy with the mix. So I woke up this morning about 5 o'clock, chilled for an hour, and then I got up and I did a master on it. And I went out for my walk, bounced the tune out, put it on my phone. Well happy with it. It's come out really good. I just met up with my mate Rob, who, like, you know, some people will see in the comments. We just had a walk and a talk on the seafront, which was really good. And I played it to him afterwards, which was also cool. You know, he's the first person to hear it. Brand new song. I literally just run the first master over it this morning. That was, you know, good to get some feedback on it. So yeah, you know, I'm more than happy to meet people in real life. So yeah, you know, what are we going to talk about today? I don't know, Shepard's up in the building. Yeah, so that tune is called A Bullish Man. Now, anyone that might be a little bit orange might get the term bullish. And so it's, bullish is a term in the Bitcoin area. And this is a twofold inspired track. One was my partner, DME. We was chatting. I think I said this in a video, and he was like, I did, because I made a video called Fun and Serious, right? And he just, you know, made me realise, like, oh, I need to really make sure I'm openly showing people how much fun I'm having as well. It's not just, I'm serious, right? I make serious points about serious topics, and I'm serious about that. But, you know, I'm also enjoy having fun and just, like, doing whatever to enjoy it, you know. And music is one of them things, right? Like, I love doing it. It brings so much pleasure, so much joy. And I love to share it. But what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm not just going to rush ahead and chuck this tune straight out, even though, personally speaking, I think it's the best thing I've done to date. I believe it's the best rap I've put down ever, and so I want to take my time. I want to make a small video for it, so that I can upload it and engage people, right? Because just uploading audio files don't cut it. You need some visual, don't you? So I'm going to make sure I do that. And yes, that's really good. I feel really happy about it. And yeah, it was a nice walk with Rob this morning. You know, we were sort of talking about a few things, and self-accountability is something that just kept coming back. It kept just sort of popping up in the sense of, you know, like, to bring self-awareness to yourself, to question yourself, to ask yourself, what can I do? How can I improve myself? If I want to see better around me, I've got to do better for myself, right? And, you know, Rob's really sort of embracing some self-development, because he chose to look at himself and said, well, okay, all right, I'm leaning towards the negative in a lot of things, you know? And so he's chosen to make some changes for himself by his own analysts, you know. I'm so happy for him, right? It's like, I'm not calling for mini-me's, right? Like, I don't, like, in this song, and I often say, come follow me, but don't follow me. Right, it's like, look at this interesting path. It's got so many avenues off of it. Have a look. So, this song is twofold inspired, as I was going on to say. Was one by Dixie, DME, and me just sort of, all right, so the intro's, it's based on that. And then we get to the hook, and the lyrics are, but they didn't get the telegram. We blocked and chained the way. Someone paid a Bitcoin for a bullish man to play. No fool's gold for the coin base, no time to centralise. So let's stand up in a human place in a race against the blind. So it's, you know, it's inspired by Bitcoin there as well, and there's some real nice wordplay in it. There's some fun bits, and the flows are interesting, you know, and they bounce and they connect, and it's I'm loving it. I can't wait to share it with you. I really can't. And self-accountability. Let's get back there, shall we? Because it's important, isn't it? Like, there's more and more of us that are starting to realise the divisive tools that are in front of us, right? Politics is a divisive tool, right? You're left or you're right, or you're centre, or you're centre leaning left, you're centre leaning right, you're blah, 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 you know? And I just think politics is not meant for democracy. It's not like I just think that based on like some random opinion. It is based off of a lot of research as well. My initial thoughts on politics and governance has never been good. I've never trusted these people that go on TV and avoid questions, answer questions with other questions, and generally lie. And they're not being self-accountable, but they will be held to it. One day, I believe, we will hold people accountable for themselves. Not let's fucking backpedal and go back in time and do segregation and fucking all types of crazy shit, right? Like hanging people that don't agree with us, right? Censorship, banning people, cancel culture. It's divisive tools that have been taught to us that we need to unlearn and realise, in my humble-ish opinion, right? And it's nice having conversations with people that don't think exactly like me, yet share similes, you know, and I just want to do more of that, you know, and you know, listen to people that have got a lot to say. You know, this is why I ask, you know, I'm like, I want to talk to people, you know, everyone, like local journalists, right? Local freedom fighters. I'm going to find you and you're going to come and have a conversation with me. Because we need to, right? We need to get these conversations out there. And if there's one thing I am self-accountable, right? Like I hold my hands up to anything I do, but moreover, is I aim to get to the positions where I don't have to hold my hands up for doing something because I've already pre-worked on it so I don't do it. And that takes some doing, right? You know, and I'm you know, I'm not perfect. I'm always learning, right? But I'm good at holding people accountable for themselves because I do it. Because I've got rid of the excuses I made for myself internally and continue to, right? Because sometimes I find something trying to make an excuse for itself in my head, and I'm like, well, hang on a minute, what are you doing back there? What are you doing? No, you wouldn't be in this situation, whatever it is, major or minor, if you hadn't have chosen to. There's always a point in the situation that you're at you can go back to where you realise, oh, I made the choice and decision to be in this place, right? And I enjoy having conversations where people are already like that. I enjoy having conversations where people aren't, and all in between and around it, right? So it's good to talk, as they say. So self-accountability has to start with self-awareness, which has to encompass honesty, self-honesty, no excuses, no, oh yeah, but it's not my fault because, you know, it's, let me see that. What can I do about that? I'm pretty sure I can do better there for myself. You know, and why am I battering this song? Right, not just because like I'm looking through the orange lens and I go crazy and shit, a little bit, but because I'm convinced and haven't yet had any arguments that make me feel otherwise. You know, and I say argument, that is merely an opposing view put forward in form of conversation, right? Like, I'm not talking like the argument type of like, you know, oh, we're arguing. But I think totally lost my flow there. That's popped out of my head in that little arguing. You know, put forward, because totally lost that point. How frustrating is that? It's just jumped out of my head. Oh look, and we're like 11 minutes in. I don't want to drop a whole video just because of that. I want to get back onto that point. What was I saying? Self-accountable, right? I'm smoking weed at the moment, so my short-term memory's jumping all over the place. Self-accountable. I chose to smoke the weed. I'm not blaming the weed. It's just that realistically, when I smoke it, short-term memory jumps around. Self-accountability is important, right? I'm just wrapping it up in many different word forms, right? And I feel like we can always take that to new levels. I'm always looking to take it to new levels. You know, and I feel sharing that helps. I think other people can be like, all right, well, he does it live on camera. Like, it's not like you know, if I'm working on, you know, taking something out of my vocabulary, you'll see me on camera. If I say something and it comes out, I'll pull myself back and I'll reword it, you know, because that is retraining the mind. You do a repetitive motion over and over at the acknowledgement of the thing you want to change, and slowly but surely that thing changes and you no longer have to watch it because you've altered that part of your makeup, right? So if we challenge ourselves, we can grow, which means the world around us can grow. We're being encouraged to stay put, to Groundhog Day, to fucking eat, sleep, work, repeat. YOLO. Huh? YOLO? No. Eat, sleep, work, repeat. Let me throw up all over your feet. No, man, I'm good with like move, change, keep it different. Move, change, keep it different. And flex something new. Move, change, keep it different. Move, I'm not into Groundhog Day, folks. That shit's fucking dead. That's how you keep the old ways current, right? Unhealthy traditions, you know? Unfortunately, the colonials hijacked our ancient traditions, corrupted and moulded them into the Catholic Church, into any of the religions that are like, you know, only how many hundreds of years old, maybe 1,000 or two, couple of thousand years old. When you look into the history of humanity, a couple of thousand years ain't nothing. Really, like they say it's a 6,000 year lifeline, right, which is bullshit. There's skeletons dug up that predate 6,000 years. There's structures that predate 6,000 years, so unless you believe aliens were here before us, which isn't taught anyway, so you're not allowed to think that because you can't go against the grain, can you? People like me get you're being taught not to listen to people like me, right? You're not allowed to listen to people that dare to question the current narrative. They're sinners, they're anti-vaxxers, they're not gonna fucking have the chip. Who knows that there's a chip? But nanotechnology is real, folks. Look into limpid bubbles. Right, there you go. Limpid bubbles. Check it out. Anyway, my friends, use force, positive mental attitude, be calm your thoughts to yourselves like you would for others. Keep loving your hearts for yourselves like you would for others, and let's get it. Get what, John? Awareness course. Peace in.